I am Emily's grandma.
What is your name?
And my name is Ellie Borkan.
And I'm Bernie B. I'm the grandfather.
Would you say you feel more fulfilled now than you did when you were younger?
Absolutely, because it's what I've done in life, and I'm very comfortable with where I'm at now.
I would say that I too am more fulfilled is the word today than I was when I was your age. Because when I was your age, I was seeking out stuff. I had lots of goals to achieve. And I did actually achieve them through the years. But at your age, I didn't achieve my goals. So therefore, when you do, there's an aura of contentment involved in it all, which I think I have achieved.
How has your satisfaction with your work changed over the years?
I personally loved every single second that I worked. The satisfaction, I think, gradually grew as I worked. Now I'm retired. Do I miss working? Absolutely yes. But it was a phase of life. Mm-hmm. I'm into my second life now. Or third or fourth.
It evolved continually, and I had to take continuing education courses all the time, frankly as required by law, so that I can continue to be licensed. But more importantly, it was fascinating learning all my life. And so the more I learned, the more I wanted to learn. And so we learned stuff about what I did until I retired, really.
Would you say you share similar interests and values in life?
I think that down deep we do have similar values. I think that I'm not as goal-oriented as Bernie is. But I think that a lot of it is similar.
How do you think this has strengthened or weakened your relationship?
I have learned a lot from Bernie. I was very impulsive all my life, and I think he has trained me not to be quite as impulsive, which makes me happier.
As you have aged, have you noticed any change in your similar interests?
I'd say yes. Years ago, I used to sing folk songs and still do, and he wasn't crazy about it, but I think that now Bernie likes a lot of the same music that I do, and vice versa.
She taught me about spice. So I wasn't aware about spice and foods and the complex nature of the palate, and she made me more aware of that. But then there's some negatives, some downsides to that, is that I'm more finicky about this food is good and this isn't, whereas before I just ate. So there we are.
Did you have a midlife crisis? And how did you feel during this time, if you did?
Whoa. Okay, the midlife crisis is as you get older, you're not as agile. And that was my midlife crisis. And it's tough. I mean, I can't throw a ball the way I used to. And other things, so you slow down a little, and that's what is tough for me.
I don't think I had a midlife evolve.
Have you noticed a change in your sensory abilities throughout the years? Like such as hearing or vision or sense of smell, that kind of thing?
I think the sense of smell, you don't taste, the smell and the taste are intermingled, and I think that there is definitely a difference in your sensitivity to taste and smell. Yeah.
I recently had to have cataract surgery, which is a surgery for old people. And because of it all, I can see better than I have seen in years. So that was a very good thing to have done with minimum effort.
And then have you noticed a change in your memory abilities?
I personally have not. No, and maybe it's gotten better. Maybe my memory has gotten better. I think it has.
Well, as a matter of fact, to do this interview, I made a mistake. We were supposed to meet here at Emily's house, or no, the other way around. We were, see? So stuff like that, the way my thought processes are not as acute as they once were. I think I was very tuned in. It's just the aging process has slowed me down. And some of it isn't very pretty, actually.
What was it like going through menopause physically and mentally?
I'm glad I didn't have to answer
I
that.
miss having my period very much.
Oh, jeez. Oh, God, help me.
The downside is that, my skin sags more and that type of thing. Your physical being definitely changes. So that's all I have to say about that.
There's such a thing as male menopause.
Is there?
Yeah, and I'm not familiar with what that is. What is male menopause?
Male menopause, a stage in a middle-aged man's life supposedly corresponding to the menopause of a woman, associated with the loss of sexual potency and a crisis of confidence and identity, not in technical use.
There you have it.